Hello and welcome to the Weekend Golf Guy. I'm your host Travis Patton. This week we're talking fantasy golf predictions for the 2020 Sanderson Farms Championship held at the Country Club of Jackson in Jackson, Mississippi. In this video we're going to recap how did we do last week. Did we suck it up or were our predictions correct? Are we the Nostradamus of fantasy golf? I don't know, it's only been 1 week. But we're also going to tell you what we think it takes to win at the Country Club of Jackson. We're going to give you the different people we think are going to win in the different salary ranges. We're not going to cover every single player. We're going to tell you who we think is going to win. And then next week, we're going to recap if we actually did good or not. Listen, thanks so much for joining. If you like what you're seeing, you like what the content is, we would much appreciate if you hop over to our Facebook page, give it a like. Thanks so much. Let's get right into it. All right. Here we go. Recap of last week's predictions. Something I don't see other golf videos do is give us a rundown on how they did the week prior. Because we give you specific people to play, we are able to do that. Here's what we did last week. We steered you astray in 3 spots. We said Mark Leishman was going to win the whole thing. That didn't happen, but I don't feel real bad about that prediction because he got hit by a golf ball by some scrub during the Pro-Am in his own group. His back flared up, he had to withdraw 6 over. Yikes, but no way to see that coming, just like he didn't see the ball coming before it smacked him. All right, Jason Kokrak, we were pretty confident in saying that he would play well. He missed the cut. Also, Brian Stewart, we said riskiest pick of our entire group, and that proved to be true. He missed the cut by 1 stroke. All right, where did we steer you in the right direction? We had 80% accuracy with this. I'm pretty proud of that after week 1. We said Victor Hovland, good pick, tied 10th. Bubba, we said he's gonna make the cut on the number. Guess what? He made the cut on the number. Ended up tie 47th. And the way he made the cut on the number was pretty awesome. He had an eagle in very Bubba fashion from 30, 40 yards out. Really cool to watch. We said Bryson, he's overpriced, don't play him. He didn't make the cut. Why? Because he's too busy tinkering with the shit. Bryson, lock yourself down, man. Get back into it. Sung J M, great player, tie 19th. Kevin Na, tie 14th. Joel Damon, tie 36th. Sebastian Munoz, tie 7th. Cameron Tringali and Jimmy Walker, we said go with Cameron. We were right, Jimmy didn't even make the cut. Sorry, Jimmy. Roberto Castro, tie 57th. Hank Lebioda made the cut and he got tie 36th. And the one I'm probably most proud about for taking another chance with my boy Harris English, he got a tie 3rd. That's awesome. So best value in the field if you ask me. Anyways, year to date, here we are. 20% of our predictions didn't come true, but 80% of them did. So if you guys can filter out the 20% of our BS, that'd be awesome. Send me what your picks are. I'd love to play them. Okay, cool. After week 1, we're doing pretty good. Let's see if we can keep that up. We're gonna jump right into the course breakdown. Course breakdown. Breakdown of the course. Yeah. This week we're playing at the Country Club of Jackson in Jackson, Mississippi. That's right, the Magnolia State. This tournament was founded 51 years ago. It's been many names, but the prize, the total purse is $6.6 million. It's a 7,400 yard par 72 course. It's got 4 par 3s, 10 par 4s, and 4 par 5s. The wind conditions are typically calm to slightly breezy. Scoring is usually average or easy. The greens are lightning fast, and the most recent winner is Cameron Champ. The 2 winners prior to him are Ryan Armour and Cody Gribble. I just want to note that over the past 10 tournaments played here, 2 years they have had a playoff. That was 2008, 2013, and in 2009 there was so much flooding they had to cancel the tournament. The range of winners here over the past 10 tournaments has been -15 to -24. Here's our prediction on the winner. The winner this week needs to shoot -21. All right, and we think it's going to be a playoff. We think we're having a playoff year. We'll find out. -21 playoff year, and we're going to talk about who we think is going to win in just a little bit. But right now we're going to talk what will it take to win the Sanderson Farms Championship in 2020. The key performance indicators. Here we go. I think this week it's going to take stroke gains in your approach. That's right, ball striking. More specifically from 125 to 175 yards. Why? Because that's where 40% of all of the shots happen at, is in that range. So if your ball striking is on anywhere from a wedge to an 8-iron, I guess, for some of these guys. Watch out. With these greens being so fast, proximity to the hole is going to be crucial, and that brings us to our next KPI. That is strokes gained putting. If you can putt well here, you're gonna win. You have chances to make eagles and birdies with those 4 par 5s, and putting is gonna be premium here. So that's the 2 things I modeled all of my predictions off of, was strokes gained approach between 125 and 175 yards, playing on Bermuda grass, which is what this course is, with fast green conditions, and we put in strokes gained putting. All right, that's what we got. Let's talk about who we think is gonna win. It's winner prediction time. We sucked it up last week with Mark Leishman getting hit in the back by some scrub. Here's who we're picking this week. We've got Vaughn Taylor winning it all. He's $9,300, but we think he's gonna take the cake here at the Sanderson Farms Championship. Why do we think that? The Roanoke, Virginia native has got it going on when it comes to putting on Bermuda. The man is a machine. Not only that, but his strokes gained approach and his stroke gained putting line up really nicely. Some of his other stats supported over the past 10 tournaments. And I just got a feeling about this guy. I think it's his time. He's 43 years old. He's been playing pretty good. He had a nice showing at the BMW. It's time for Vaughn Taylor to take the trophy home. I think this is a great event for him to do that. That's who we got this week. Let's see how he plays. Either way, even if he doesn't win, I'm still going to have him mixed in my lineups. I think he's going to do top 10 at the worst. I wish him all the best this week. Make me some money, Vaughn. All right, on to our 10K range. Here we go. All right. Top players from the 10K range. Here's who's in the 10K range. We're not going to talk all about everybody, but we got Joaquin Niemann, Brandt Snedeker, Sung J M, Luke Glover, and Ben An. And we're only going to talk about 2 because I only think 2 are going to perform this week. Here's the 2 I'm going to have in my lineups. I got Joaquin Niemann. Here's the reason why. I think at 11.3K, which is what he's priced at, nobody's going to put him in his lineup, especially after he won this past week. That's just not what we do. We always shy away. It's not likely that he wins twice. When a guy is that high priced, you almost need him to win, but his stats are just awesome for this, and he's kind of priced appropriately in my mind. When you look at how Bryson was priced last week to compare it to how Joaquin Niemann is priced, I pick Joaquin Niemann all day. And I think that he's going to play well here as well. This course suits him really nicely, and his stats just line up awesome. So the next person is Brandt Snedeker. He's one of those guys, when he turns his irons on, he's holing out, and he's doing just incredible things with his irons. I mean, he's 59, he's done it before. Can he shoot in 63 range a couple of days, 63 to 65? He's going to have to. I think he's going to do well. That's who I got in the 10K range. Who I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play Sung J M. Last week he kind of let me down a little bit. I think that with this course being, at least with my model being so heavily based on strokes gained approach, that's where he gets really hurt. He's 108th on stroke gains approach. I think that's going to hurt him here. Now he can start rolling in some putts. I think he'll make the cut. I think he'll make it by a couple strokes. I don't think he's going to do great though. I don't see him breaking the top 20. And when you get into that range, if you're not breaking the top 20 at the 10K range, you're not playing in my lineups. Glover and Ben An, not going to play them either. I'm just not feeling them. I see Niemann and Snedeker playing better this week than those players. Could be wrong, could be right. We're going to find out next week. That's who I got in the 10K range. Let's jump back down to the 9 and 8K range, and let's talk about 3 players there who we think are going to do awesome. All right, guys. Hey, look, we got the 9K to 8K range, and typically I try and pick out about 3 people here, but unfortunately, I'm really struggling finding somebody in this range that I think is going to work for this golf course. Here's the 2 people I have. We're in the 9K range. I have Vaughn Taylor, who I said was going to win. I think that he's going to win this. The other person is JT Poston, and he had a win at the Wyndham. I think he could score really well here. I I don't have a lot of confidence in anybody else other than those two. So I'm not going to pick anybody else. You know, typically we try and get 15 players in there. I think when I get down into the 6K range, 7K maybe, I'm going to start finding players that I like a little better because their value is there. And the problem is in the 9 and 8K range, with all the stats that I ran, the putting is really what stopped us from picking them. They would be great in approach, like Emiliano Grillo, and he's terrible at putting. If he could put something together at putting, I would feel confident putting him in a lineup, but I just can't, so I'm not playing him. So the two players I have in the 9K to 8K range are Vaughn Taylor, who I think is going to win, and JT Poston. So look, share with me what you think. If you think somebody from the 9K to 8K range, which is really where I try and focus, that's kind of the bread and butter of DraftKings in my opinion. I've got nothing this week. So we're going to dip down into the 7K range. We're going to go 7 to 6K. Maybe I'll even find 4 players, hopefully, that I think will do well this week, creating extra value for you, maybe getting some good lineups with a little bit of extra bankroll, you know, that would be wonderful. Again, in DraftKings, if you have something left over, a remaining salary, and you score the same points as someone else, somebody with more remaining salary is going to be positioned higher. So that might be the difference between winning 20 or 25 bucks. I don't know, it happened to me last week. I had 500 bucks left in my salary, and you know, I ended up getting 15 bucks. So, all right, let's move on. 7K and 6K. Let's try and find 4 players. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, in the 7 to 6K range, I was able to dig up 3, scrounge around to find people who met my metrics. Here's who I got. I got Sam Ryder. Why? Because at the Greenbrier, he gained 4.5 strokes on the field for approach and 0.7 on the field putting. Now, I know this may play a little bit differently. It's Bermuda. The greens will be a little bit faster, but maybe he's into something. Maybe he found something. And I think back when he played at the CIMB and the Shriners, at the Shriners in particular, the conditions were very similar to this. The time of year was very similar. Some people find their groove in this fall season, and with everything kind of being moved back a little bit in the fall, this might work really well for Sam Ryder. The next person I have is Brian Stewart. I know, he screwed me over last week. I predicted him. I'm not giving up on him. He loves putting on Bermuda grass. I mean, it's his favorite grass to putt on. As far as stats go, I haven't actually asked him. Brian, if you want to respond to us, we'd love to hear from you. He's 6.9K, which is an extremely awesome value. Now, maybe somebody knows something, I don't know, because he's 6.9K, but he lines up well in my stats. Last year he missed the cut here. I don't think that that's going to weigh too heavily on his mind. I think he's going to play well. You know, after you miss the cut, you're fired up, you're ready to come back and get things going. So I think he's going to make the cut this year. I think he's going to be top 20. I think at 6.9K, it's an awesome value. I'm going to play him again, probably pretty heavily. Peter Malnati, 6.9K as well. He ranks 16th in stroke gains approach and 15th in putting. In my mind, he's the best value in this range. He's struggled on this course in particular in the past, but listen, he's a University of Missouri grad. I think he's going to play well in these conditions, fast greens, maybe low winds. I think he's going to put something together. This is more of a feeling pick for me. I think Peter's going to do well. So that's who I got in the 7 to 6K range, and that really wraps it up here. So yeah. All right, hey, thanks so much for joining us during this episode of the Weekend Golf Guy. Again, listen, if you enjoy golf, if you like funny memes, if you like to connect with other people, hop over to our Facebook page, join the Clubhouse, a golf group. It's a private group that we have on Facebook. We're looking to share things about fantasy golf, share funny memes, and hey, some swing videos and live par 3 challenges will be coming soon. So again, thanks so much for watching this second episode of ours. Let's hope that we can keep that 80% or higher mark on our fantasy predictions. And we'll find out next week when we recap again, right here, same time, same place. I'm Travis Patton. Thanks for joining me. Have a great one. Until next time, hit 'em straight.